good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu pledges to expand home ownership mortgage scheme. Federal government restate effort to enhance infrastructure, manpower in healthcare sector. On the foreign scene, Israel to commence vaccination of children against polio in Gaza. And in sports, South Africa's Udene Okon wins gold at Under-20 World Athletics Championship in Peru. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says his administration has inaugurated over 20 housing schemes in the past 5 years as part of measures to address the deficit in the sector. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this at the inaugural handover of certificate and exit ceremony for Lagos Homes Mortgators, organized by Lagos State Mortgage Board. The governor pledged his commitment to providing affordable housing to residents while also expanding the home ownership mortgage scheme.
And so as we look forward to the future, our focus will be to continue to be on increasing access to housing, providing quality housing units, expanding the mortgage financing option, and collaborating with stakeholders to drive further housing development and enhance the life of our citizens.
Governor Sanwo-Olu announced an optional redemption plan for early exit of allottees who have paid for 6 years and above and are up to date with their payment. On this part, the General Manager, Chief Executive Officer, Lagos State Mortgage Board, Bayowa Foresight, commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the Well First initiative aimed at reducing housing deficit and providing affordable housing for Lagos residents. He noted that the allocations are given to beneficiaries across the 5 divisions of the state after meeting the criteria across different age groups, tribes, and religion.
Is that make timely payments, take ownership of the estate as if it's yours, the whole estate. So later, after the 10-year period, then it's easy for you to come back and say, yes, you get your bankable documents, which is the deed of sublease, and you can go anywhere. You can even borrow money with the deed of sublease, get a loan, do small business, and it has its own ripple effect as
Our correspondent Ajola Akindele reports that the Likpeju Housing Scheme, which was named after Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his laudable achievement in the housing sector, was immediately renamed in honor of late Oba Muftau Hamzat, the father of the Deputy Governor of Afemi Hamzat, by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In line with the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's themes plots agenda, the Lagos State Office for Disabilities Affairs, LASODA, has taken a step towards eliminating discrimination and promoting inclusiveness for children with special needs. Speaking at the 2024 edition of Annual Celebration for Special Needs Children, the General Manager LASODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, stated that the event has become an avenue for children with disabilities to have fun and unwind, and as well ensure that they experience equal opportunities like others. Oyetunde Lawal restated LASODA's commitment to fostering an inclusive society and recognition of special needs children as integral members of the society.
This event has over the years become a vital platform for children with disabilities to unwind, have fun, and experience the care and love that we as a government and community hold. We are dedicated to ensuring that our children experience unwavering support from the government, and our goal is to foster an inclusive society.
The LASODA boss said the state government will continue to champion the cause of special needs children in line with the social inclusion aspect of the themes plots developmental agenda. The chairman, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Hakeem Disu, who was represented by Twins Hilda, commended LASODA's efforts and stressed the importance of recognizing the abilities of vulnerable children.
Child with disabilities deserves inclusive and quality living. Resonates deeply with our shared commitment to ensuring that every child regardless of their abilities, has the opportunity to thrive. One collective mission is to foster an environment where inclusivity and quality are not just aspirations, but realities for all children. Each child, whether they face physical, sensory, or cognitive challenges, possess unique strengths and potentials that deserve to be recognized and nurtured.
Speakers at the event stressed the need to view children with disabilities as capable and deserving of equity, equality, and inclusion, and be protected from all kinds of abuse. And moving on, a bill seeking for a law to establish the Lateef Jakande Leadership Academy has killed a second reading on the floor of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Speaker of the House, Mudashiru Obasa, at plenary, committed the bill to one of the committees on education for further processes. Lawmakers at the sitting had unanimously supported the bill, with some saying it would further broaden the educational focus of the state. The lawmakers expressed optimism that the academy will boost the education drive of the state and help to nurture future generations. They said the academy will strengthen the feedback mechanism in the state, adding that the bill is a confirmation of the government's efforts to build leaders with extra knowledge and problem-solving skills. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government is intensifying efforts to enhance infrastructure and manpower in the healthcare sector. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Tunji Alausa, announced this during the 65th anniversary of the Nigeria Society of Physiotherapy in Abuja. Alausa stated that the federal government is committed to funding the healthcare sector while also creating a conducive workspace for health workers. He commended the Nigeria Society for Physiotherapy for its instrumental role in providing efficient services through practice, training, research, collaborations, advocacy, and policy development. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has given a 1-month moratorium to traders and other market stakeholders involved in exploitative pricing to crash the prices of goods. The newly appointed Executive Vice Chairman of the FCCPC, Tunji Bello, said this at a one-day stakeholders engagement on exploitative pricing in Abuja. He said that the meeting was aimed at addressing the growing trend of unreasonable pricing of consumer goods and services and the unwholesome practice of market associations. According to Bello, the Commission will begin enforcement after the moratorium. Meanwhile, the chairman, National Association of Nigerian Traders, FCT chapter, Ifeanyi Okonkwo, said that charges on imported goods at the ports also contributed to the hike in prices. And in some foreign news, Israel has agreed to a series of humanitarian pauses in Gaza to allow for the vaccination of children against polio. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, with the polio campaign, around 640,000 children will be vaccinated across the Gaza Strip, beginning from Sunday. Senior WHO official Rick Peppercorn said it will be rolled out in 3 separate stages across the central, southern, and northern parts of the Strip. The agreement comes days after United Nations officials said a 10-month-old baby had been partially paralyzed after contracting Gaza's first case of polio in 25 years. The vaccinations will be carried out by UN staff and other local health workers, and over 2,000 health and community outreach personnel have been trained to administer the vaccine. And now, sports news. South Africa's Neme Okun has won the gold medal for South Africa in a men's 400-meter final at the Under-20 World Championships in Lima, Peru. Okun is now the second South African athlete to win gold at this year's edition of the Under-20 World Championships in Bayanda Walaza clinched gold. As after Bayanda Walaza clinched gold in men's 100-meter with a time of 10.19 seconds. The 18-year-old crossed the line in 45.69 seconds ahead of Jaden Davis, and Sidi Nji to retain the title for South African after Light Pile's triumph in Colombia 2 years ago. And that was our news at 10. But just before we go, stay alive, make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youths on the theme Agripreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? You can get more details. It's on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said his administration has inaugurated over 20 housing schemes in the past 5 years as part of measures to address the deficit in the sector, pledging to expand the home ownership mortgage scheme. Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare Tunji Alausa has hinted that the federal government is intensifying efforts to enhance infrastructure and manpower in the healthcare sector. We also told you that Israel has agreed to a series of humanitarian pauses in Gaza to allow for the vaccination of children against polio. And then in sports, South Africa's Udeme Okon has won the gold medal for South Africa in the men's 400-meter final at the Under-20 World Championships in Lima, Peru. And for contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast. It was compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. Thank you, Lagos, for listening. My name is Mike James. Beautiful morning to you. In a bit, we shall be connecting with the world of the surveyors on the benchmark. Stay tuned.